Hi, I am Multi-the-Big-Tall. Welcome to this new video about the Arrowverse. Today, I will speak about my favorite season of Legends of Tomorrow. Well, right now I say my favorite, but I'm not quite sure. I am currently re-watching the third season, so we will see after re-watching the third season if the third season was my favorite or if the second season was my favorite. I know for a fact this is one of the two because these were amazing season. And I feel like after season 3 the show went just downhill. Anyway, now we will keep it positive. DC Legends of Tomorrow second season was amazing to rewatch. I enjoyed it so much. This is just a team up. This is just a spin off of Arrow and Flash. This is the spin off where you get characters from two different shows clashing into one. And what was really amazing was the writing and the way they crafted the story. It was a mixture of something dark like Arrow and something funny like The Flash. The tone of the show was perfect in my own opinion. The jokes were landing. It was a very funny show and we had a lot of action, a lot of emotional moments, a lot of moments serious. So I don't know what went wrong after season 3. Um, anyway, season 2 was all about the legends learning how to operate without Rip Hunter because Rip Hunter was separated from the team. So this means at first they were searching for a new leader. They tried with Martin Stein. It was a failure. He was too analytic and he was not able to do the art call. He was not able to react to what was going on. He was not able to handle stress. But then we find that Sarah had what it takes to become a leader. And this was amazing. Sarah was one of my favorite characters in Arrow's second season. She was amazing. In Legends of Tomorrow first season, she was also one of the best characters out there. She was consistently good. Sarah is a good character at that point in the series. And yes, I got a few issues here and there. But it's just a few issues. Let's go over to the issues and then we will keep going with the overall review of the show and we will keep going with the good things about season 2. So my issue is all these times the legends were held hostage in order to give a piece of the Spear of Destiny to the villains. Each time. Why did you do this to me? That episode was going well until someone get captured. But then, it's not enough. Rip get turned. I like the idea, I like that storyline. I don't like that they keep treating him as one of them. He has been turned. Then they just let him leave with one of the pieces of the spear instead of killing him. Jax should have killed him because he is a threat to reality itself. Now, what is the Spear of Destiny? It's a tool. uh, once reunited. Anyway, it's basically the spear is basically a artifact that allows you to change reality. But that same spear has been divided in several pieces. Once you found all pieces, you get the spear. Now, legends always have pieces here and there, but they always lose pieces because the plot needs them to lose. So they say, oh, it's team, it's more important than the mission. I like the message, but the execution is trash. The team won't matter if all reality is thrown at the window. You won't have that team anymore if you messed up thing. I don't like that. This was written by 5 years old, I think. That part of the story, at least. But the rest is fine. Now, my complaints is really about them getting a piece, losing a piece. Then doing a mission, then someone get captured, or whatever. The season was dragged on for 18 episodes, 17 I believe. Maybe in 15 episodes you could have done the story, but that's just me. I mean, anyway, now let's speak about what I liked. The hero. They are doing superhero stuff. They are using their power. And when someone is not using his power, there's a good reason. I will give a good example. Ray Palmer. He has his suit. Oh yeah, and the whole episode where they go in Japan was really dumb. This is my least favorite episode in the season. Anyway, um, they end up destroying Ray's suit. But then he's conflicted. He don't see himself fitting in the team anymore since he lost his power. I like the storyline. It's a good storyline. And what's the most interesting in that? They did this to save budget. They did this to save money. And they did this to tell us Ray Palmer is more than just that guy in the suit. He is a scientist. And I like it. He is his own character. Now I say that because later season of the show, the characters are no more their own characters. They are just person there. We can replace them with anybody else. They are no more misfit. They are no more outcast in later season. In this season, they are outcasts. They all have different background. They are all different character. They are all good character. Mick, amazing character. Mick is a criminal. He thinks like a criminal. But yet, he will save the day. He will help out his friend. What other show out there has that kind of characters? Now, I will speak about a plot twist I liked a lot. Mick betraying the team. This had two messages there. Well, one message, but the story was well written. The message is trust your people. If you trust your people, they will trust you. Don't trust your people, they won't trust you. Mick was not being trusted by his team, so Mick didn't trust his team. That created a division. Mick left the team and he betrayed them basically. This is very interesting. And they did not like said, oh yeah, now he decides to betray it. No, they explained us that plot twist without telling us the plot twist. They left the seeds of Mick betrayal. Mick started to see cold. So cold was like uh, the tool to push Mick toward the betrayal. Mick is sad he lost Snart, and by backstabbing the legends, maybe he would get back his old friend, Captain Cold. And this is well written. They did not like went out of the ideas and they were like, oh yeah, we will make bad. No, there was a proper setup to that, and this is what I liked. This is good story writing. Now, it was very interesting also the episode where George Lucas is driven to no more wanting to create movies. Then Ray and Nate both lose their powers. And they lose their place in the team of Misfits. This was another good episode. That season was very strong. Now, I spoke a lot about the episode, about the overall topic to get the Spear of Destiny to rewrite reality, but I haven't spoke enough about the villain. The villain were amazing. You remember Damien Dark from Arrow 4th season, the disaster season that should never have happened? Well, he's back. But this time, Damien Dark is in a proper show for him. He is good, he is interesting. He is at the right place, basically. And I like that a lot. Uh, this was greatness. I mean, this was greatness. Damien Dark being that really dark character that used a lot of dark humor was interesting. We also got Malcolm Merlin, and we also got um Barton. And here again, they are characters that are very different from each other. And Barton is more than a speedster, and this is what I like the most. They don't just pick one aspect of the character, they use several aspects, several parts of the characters. And this is amazing. This is amazing. Because some show like later season of Legend of Tomorrow, we only tell you, oh yeah, this character is a scientist. But they won't do anything with that scientist aspect of the character. It's only a backstory for the sake of a backstory. But with this season of Legends, it's more than this. They are scientists, so they do scientist stuff. This is why the show is good. The same goes for Nate. Nate is an historian at that point. And he helps out the legend and the mission because he knows history. And when they come up with mission and plans, they consult Nate to say, is it good in history if we do that or this? And this is good, this makes sense. And sometimes, yes, they did some parody with that. Like in the Middle Age episode where Palmer wants to become a knight. Well, that episode was not bad, but it was not good either, in my own opinion. It was more a parody. Uh, that that was a good parody, I guess. I had good laughs during that episode, I must admit it. But you see, Nate was the historian, so what he says should make sense, but because it's Middle Age and because it's Legends, sometimes they need to make some character goofy. This is what happened. Ray, the nerd that laughs at everything and that knows nothing about history, was the one that was right. So yeah, um, that season had a lot to offer. I really liked my time. Uh, I think I will rewatch it again and again if I had more time. Trust me, this season is a masterpiece. I liked it so much. It's not that far behind Arrow's second season. And this is telling a lot coming from me. And this is also a bit better than the Flash second season. And I'm shocked and I'm surprised. Because the Flash as a show, maybe it's flawed, but it's still a superhero TV show. And Legends of Tomorrow got some kind of identity crisis during its run. It's no more a superhero TV show. That's why when I look back to season 2, I'm like, wow, this is good. I like it. This is good stuff. This is good stuff. Anyway, am I crazy? I don't know. We will read other comments from other people on Rotten Tomato. We will take a look to the audience score, not uh, the critics, because we all know the critics will tell anything to please the showrunners of shows. So here we are. I forgot to mention, I think this season should be around a 9.4, 9.5 out of 10. So let's do this. The narrative remained too ambitious. DC Legends of Tomorrow enjoys a freer, creative art with the removal of problem characters. The narrative did not remain too ambitious. That's bullshit. Anyway, audience score is at 77, which is really good and appreciated. So, let's read my comments. It's hard to find bad thing about the show. It's funny, it's dark, the villains are great, the heroes are great, it's very entertaining. Each episode has a good reason to be here. Most of the cast get good material, the music. It's a great sci-fi time travel TV show with superhero in it. Great time watching it. Upon my second watch, I had a hard time finding things I didn't like. The season was amazing, it was well written, and I think it should deserve a 9.5 out of 10. Characters do in character stuff, and characters are truly a team of outcasts. Nate and Amaya both replacing the Ox from season 1 was amazing. The GSA being introduced was great. The Stargirl from the GSA was interesting, but the one that had her own show was much better and less generic. The legends are more than just heroes. They all have good set of skill. Nate the historian, Stain and Ray the scientist, Jax the mechanic. Sarah becoming captain of the ship was amazing. Rip being turned to the dark side was great. Eobard, Malcolm, Damien, and 3 amazing villains. The only issue I got from that season would be all these times the legend lose a piece of the Spear of Destiny, or when any of the members get captured for the plot to be flipped. So let's go read other comments of other people. Look at that beautiful cast. Half of them are now gone in season 7. It's sad, it's sad, it's sad. Let's read this one, but I will drink water first. Okay, let's read this down. The second season is where things start becoming more fun. It's great to see how the show just bounced up in just 1 year. The season begins with all the members separated in different timeline. The first episode itself starts with the French Revolution, and in just 5 minutes, the serial shows how it is no longer the terrible show that it once was. It used previous big villain from Arrow and the Flash, Reverse Flash, Malcolm Merlin, and Damien Dark. It's funny how Malcolm and Damien were the reason why Arrow had started rotting. The team also had Steels and Vixen to their team, and that is for the better. I agree with you. In addition to bringing a plot that is competent, the second season of Legends of Tomorrow managed to correct most of the mistakes of the first season. Oh, sorry about that. Where are we? The narrative is very intuitive, and it ends up that the events are not as loose as in the first season. It is a good series to watch mainly because it contains a little more interesting stories than is usually presented to us. So you see, so far we get good comments on the show. I really love this show a lot. Best season of Legend, including fan favorite villain from the arrowverse as their antagonist, Eobard, Malcolm, and Damien. Legends of Tomorrow Season 2 is a huge improvement over Season 1, agree on that. This season introduced us to two new characters, Amaya and Nate. And these characters are amazing, and their background stories were amazing as well. Season 2 introduced us to not one or two villains, but three villains, including Eobarton, Damien Dark, and Malcolm. These villains were amazing, and Damien worked perfectly on Legends more than he did on Arrow. This is true, I agree on that. The season finale and as well as the mid-season finale was amazing and both great episodes. The Spear of Destiny was an amazing object for both the legends, the legend to go and how the spear works fits perfectly in with what this show deals with. The only problem I have are the filler episodes weren't the best, but they were exciting in some ways, even though there weren't that many of them. The action was on point and amazing each time. Overall, this was a great season, and it definitely improved since season 1. I would highly recommend this season. Now, I just realized I forgot to say something earlier. The ending, the last two episodes with the Legion of Doom, the villain, being able to rewrite reality was interesting, but the way Legends fix everything is really dumb and makes no sense. Just like what Malcolm said, they should have killed the Legend to stick on that world. Anyway, let's keep reading other comment there because I like reading comments. Do we have other comment? Yes, we do. The best season of this series, I agree on that. What a good show, yeah. This is the season the legends got better. This was amazing and getting better. So you see, I don't see anybody in the first page saying trash about the show, and I like that. This means I'm not crazy. Let's go over to the next page. I'm just curious to see if I can find the bad comments. Oh, Spanish. You see, everyone likes it. Somehow they screwed up the plot. Uh, maybe. This is amazing. You see, 2 pages of good comments. Is it a sign the show should go back to these days? I think it's a sign, guys. Anyway, like, comment, and subscribe for more Arrowverse content. Have a great day.